you've already got, and we're going to start here with a question from Facebook. Pamela writes, I have a job, but they just asked me to take a voluntary pay cut, and I'm not sure how to handle that. What is the new reality for people in my situation? What do you do?
The answer is yes, but
you have to ask questions, right? Could I take some stock in lieu of this pay cut? When will I get this pay cut back? In 1 year, in 6 months? Is there some other opportunity that I can get in my career to trade off for the fact that I'm taking less money?
So be a team player, but try to use it to further your career.
And understand how you fit in. Is it just me that's being it, or is it everybody? Are we all being expected to do this? And that is the answer, yes.
Ask those questions.
Sometimes it's about keeping your own job, or it's about someone else you know, and with that, we have an audience question. What's your question?
Hi, my name is Vito from Brooklyn, New York. I recently lost my job in November. My girlfriend, who we're planning on getting married at some point, every day seems to be more and more pessimistic about her position at AIG, if I may say. So
you got to marry that girl.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know if there's anything specific, she could do to lock it down for the time being. I mean,
Jim?
So, Vito, first, what I would tell her is 3 things. One is she needs to be indispensable at work, at AIG. And how do you do that? One is obviously do your work and work hard. Everybody's going to do that. But 2 is she should volunteer for the unpopular jobs, that projects that come up. People aren't looking.
Jim, when you say be indispensable, what do you mean, and how do you prove it? Do you keep the emails and the documents?
It's by being responsive. Someone emails late at night, she should be on email late at night rather than planning the wedding, with all due respect. She should be more strategic about where her job fits into the overall company than others. In her presentations, she should be able to understand and articulate what's happening with all of AIG, and here's our piece in that.
How do you tell your bosses about that, the things you've done, without appearing arrogant? Do you send memos? Do you mention it in the hallway? What?
No, you do, you don't tell. You show, you don't tell.
I actually disagree with that a little bit, and a lot of the banks that I work with. That's a very important part of getting up the hierarchy. You actually have to proactively sometimes knock on the door. Hey, just a heads up, I had a sale, good meeting today, thanks, bye. And just a quick flyby, because what happens at the meetings when they discuss personnel at these big companies, they know you by a name and maybe a face, and you have to make a differentiating mark on them.
Is there anything different here between being a woman and being a man in terms of how you should handle this? I mean, we've heard a lot about how this jobs crisis has affected women and men differently.
I would say if you look, women 6.7% unemployment, men 8.1%. So the first thing is more likely the woman will keep the job. I would just like to answer the veto question and say love first. Visualize yourself both having jobs down the road. You don't want to trade the love for the jobs.
I like that.